Welcome to Plant-Based on Fire, the podcast that ignites your passion for plant-based businesses. Real Men Eat Plants is proud to host this show, where we shine a spotlight on the latest and greatest plant-based companies making waves in the industry. From startups to established brands, we'll explore what sets these businesses apart, what challenges they've faced, and what their vision for a more sustainable and ethical food future looks like. So if you're hungry for some fresh insights, inspiring stories, and a healthy dose of entrepreneurial spirit, then join us on Plant-Based on Fire, brought to you by Real Men Eat Plants.
Hello and welcome again, everybody, to Plant-Based on Fire. I'm Bryan, your host here with Real Men Eat Plants, and I am delighted and excited to have Kimo here from Kimo Olds of Kimo Ono Grindz. I always mess up the name, and you always say it 10 times better. So how do you say it, Kimo?
Kimo's Ono Grindz.
There you go, like a true radio announcer there. And I've had the pleasure of hanging out with Kimo quite a bit in the past. I have a whole bunch of his hot sauce in my closet. And so tell us all about Kimo Ono Grindz and a little bit of the history there.
Well, Kimo's Ono Grindz, I started it a couple of years ago. I grew up with Hawaiian hot sauce, and original is the one I have. And then through our customer evaluations that we've had and stuff, they go, can you do something a little bit hotter, something a little bit milder? So that's what we did. Mine is a vinegar-based product, but it's 5 simple ingredients. It's great. It's more than a hot sauce. I would say it's more of a condiment because you can put it on everything.
Yeah, awesome. And so you're based right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, like I am?
Actually, I'm at a Concord.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm at a
Isn't
Concord.
That close enough to Charlotte?
It is.
So we're in North Carolina. This is going to go out worldwide to people, so most people will know Charlotte, hopefully, on that front. But so how did you come up with the name, and why did you say, hey, I want to get into this and make this a business?
Well, I got into this a couple years ago, like I said, because it's always on my table. And my wife finally took a chance and she tasted it. She has acid reflux, so she was kind of apprehensive, but she can actually have this kind of hot sauce because it doesn't affect her acid reflux, her IBS. Awesome. So she goes, we need to start selling this to folks. And I'm like, okay. So that's how I got. And Kimo is, Ono means delicious in Hawaiian, and Grindz is food. So, and my name, and that's how we came up with Kimo's Ono Grindz.
I love it. That's so great. And so what kind of ingredients go into this? Where do you source them from? Tell us about the secrets here of the sauce.
It's like I said, it's 5 simple ingredients. I get my peppers from a distributor. I do 3 different kinds of peppers. I do an orange habanero. I do a jalapeno, and I use a Thai chili because I can't get enough Hawaiian chilies, and that's the closest thing for the skews and the taste. For the original one, it comes with distilled white vinegar, a little bit of Hawaiian sea salt, and purified water. Just take the edge off of the vinegar so it's not quite so vinegary.
Awesome. So you're saying if I grow a few of these Hawaiian chili peppers in my backyard, you'll make me a special batch or something?
I can. Actually, I'm trying to do that. I have somebody that is a farmer. I seem to have misplaced the seeds that I have.
Okay.
Hopefully I can find them because then that's going to be like a very small batch. The plant is kind of a fickle plant. It looks like it's dead, and then the next year it grows into all these peppers. Some people do have better green thumbs, I guess, but mine usually takes a little while to grow.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I just had my raspberry bushes cut down a little bit on that front, but I'm going to plant some peppers as well. I guess, did you know that the Carolina Reaper guy is down in Fort Mill?
Yes, I just saw that. Yes, he came up with a new... How can you get any hotter than a Carolina Reaper?
I know, right? Well, I was just saying he should grow a few Hawaiian peppers for you as well. He's close by, I think.
He is, but mine's not as hot. Mine's like my excuse is not Because I
For
don't.
Christmas, for all of my friends, I want to give them one or two of your normal bottles, and I want to
Okay.
give them like the Carolina Reaper version of that as well, just as the gag gift.
Oh,
I think
okay.
you should really
Okay.
do up a batch for Christmas time.
I
With
can
the,
do that. I'll have to
yeah.
wear a respirator and make sure my gloves are good.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell like if we peel the onion a little bit, you're doing this for a few years now. So
Yes.
like what are the accomplishments? How are things going so far in your business journey?
I have some great mentors, and Bryan, you're one of my great mentors. And I remember when we first started this journey, you said 3 to 5 years. That's how long I've known you. And I'm like, no way, I can do this in a year or 2 years outside. No, you were right. I even told my other mentor, it takes, and this is my third year, and we're part of Gotta Be North Carolina and the North Carolina Specialty Food Association. We're also FDA approved, so I can sell anywhere in the world, basically. It's a very complex thing that you need to do when you deal with FDAs because you have to do paperwork and the inspections. And actually, I found a co-packer, so we're doing that. And then the next step would be a broker, so he can get into the slots that I can get in because talking to buyers is extremely difficult. And if he already has, the experience, I'll just let him do it, and we can go from there. So it's exciting. This year is, the momentum is crazy. We're doing a lot more wholesaling. I do L&L Hawaiian Foods in Virginia, and also we're going to start doing one here in Concord, and I have a few other smaller places. So no, it's great.
That's awesome. Congrats on your successes. Yeah,
Yeah.
they say, what is that saying? It takes 9 months to make a baby, but I mean, it takes 18 years to raise a child, right? So
Yes.
hopefully 3 to 5 is reasonable, all said and done.
It is, but I didn't believe you folks. I'm like, nah, I can do this. Like, nope.
Well, I mean, there's so many hurdles to do a business the right way, and I think you're knocking them down one after the next. So it's so
Yes,
great to see your success.
I just take it one step at a time. And then my wife partner, she's awesome, and she does all the back stuff because I'm not a nerd. So a lot of this stuff is still new to me. So
Yeah,
we're a
that's
great
good.
team. I have to give a shout out to my wife. She does a great job with the social media and stuff like that.
So, I mean, obviously, you and I are mentor mentee type thing, and this is a podcast we're putting out to the plant-based community on that front. What is that role of community, and how has that helped you in the food industry or other businesses and organizations that you've worked with?
I think because of my hot sauce is gluten free and is vegan because it is 5 simple ingredients, and I know, especially for gluten, you have to be careful what you eat. And this is a hot sauce that can help that community and even the vegans because vegans, especially if you're plant based, you're going to look at a lot of times hot sauces have other things chemically or unnatural, and this one is pretty much 100% natural. So it's I would say the vegan and gluten-free community enjoy my stuff and they can use it on other stuff because a lot of times hot sauces are limited on their usage.
Yeah. And it's yeah, it is that more milder flavor, but has the right, I don't know how to describe it, just that right extra cake. I put it on the salads, I put it on everything under the sun. Are you going to go for that cool vegan seal of approval? Like that's a whole nother hurdle to go after.
It is. I know because I'm dealing with North Carolina Food Innovation Labs. That's a temporary thing. They don't do everything because they're smaller. But at least I can get my foot in the door where we can do, the vegan, authorization and even
Yeah.
gluten free. But I know that's a whole nother testing process. I don't see any kind of hurdles with it because it's only 5 simple. The peppers, as long as they're organic. But I know most peppers a lot of times are organic.
Yeah.
But I know sourcing now, especially in today's thing, it can be difficult or challenging to find the right peppers. And just because I know a couple of farmers, and I know this year the farmers are having a hard time, especially here in North Carolina. I just
Yeah.
went to my farmer's market, and they're having a hard time with their crops just because of how the weather is.
For sure, for sure. So you're 3 years in now.
Yes.
What advice would you give a new plant-based business getting started today? Like, what would you tell them?
Take it one step at a time. Get great mentors to help you. Actually, I've become a mentor to some of the food manufacturing companies here, and I see their excitement, and then I tell them, it's a lot of work. Depending on what you want to do, if you just want to start in North Carolina or you want to go FDA, but just keep at it. You will find hurdles. You just have to overcome them and keep moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you and I have similar personalities. We're kind of upbeat and
Yeah.
positive, happy people 99% of the time. So, what are the little ways that you keep yourself motivated on this business and drive forward? You got like hopefully 2 more years, and then you're going to be at a nice, good cruising speed. What drives you to keep expanding and motivating yourself?
Because I know I have a good product, and I know a lot of people will like that, especially in my niche that I found. And I think that's another thing too. An upcoming business, they have to find their niche. This is not a product that's sold to everybody,
Yeah.
or even whatever you do. That takes quite a bit of time to find a niche. You just keep crushing the numbers and looking at it and with the customer, evaluations and things. But just keep plugging at it. If people will love your product
Yeah,
that is in part of your
absolutely.
niche. So
What is the what's like a good success story or a memorable story from one of your clients? Like I know I love your hot sauce. I've gotten a few bottles from you. What's the one that gets you excited?
I would say my culture. When I do I get in front of the Polynesian community. That was my biggest concern. Is this something that they're going to like? And when they love it and they buy several bottles, and it's in Hawaiian stores, I think it's like that's my seal of approval. Is that
Yeah.
okay? I'm doing the right thing. This is good. It's not, commercializing the Polynesian community. It's, sharing part of the culture. And I think that's, they see that when they buy my product.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what is the basic price of the hot sauce, and how do you sort of balance that quality with the pricing strategy and making sure that anybody who wants to get it and try it can?
My bottles retail when I do my wholesaling is about $11 a bottle.
Hmm.
When I sell it, me personally, it's about 10. I do have a website, because of shipping, it's a little bit higher. We do in-person deliveries. So I would say between $10 and $12, that's about the price for a small batch, and
Hmm.
it's comparable. I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, that's too much for a hot sauce." I've seen hot sauces go up to 15, $20.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm in the middle of that. Once I start doing the co-packer or manufacturing, the price may come down a little bit, but due to, you know, I use a glass bottle for this. I don't do
Hmm.
plastic just because you get that plastic aftertaste, even if you put it, it's required to be in a refrigerator, but you still have that plastic taste. And I try to do stuff with the environment where glass is a little bit more biodegradable. So,
Absolutely, yeah. I do expect the Carolina Reaper version to be more expensive, so the pain and suffering you go through to make that
yes,
version of
yes.
it
I
for
don't know,
sure.
my kitchen, shoot, I'm gonna have to open the doors at my kitchen.
That's great. So, like the marketing side of it, I'm just curious. It's a very specific niche, which they always say, niches are riches, right? On that
Yes.
front. So, how have you been tackling the marketing problem and getting the word out that this is here, it exists, and how do you differentiate from, like, it's that challenge about it's it's Hawaiian hot sauce water, or like there's like that weird area that you fall into. Tell us more about that.
Because it's clear. That's my go-to thing because people come over and go water. They think they can drink it. I mean, you can drink it, but um, it's clear that no such thing as a clear hot sauce. I think that's my marketing thing is
Hmm.
people will at least come and see it or at least look at it because it is a clear hot sauce. They see the peppers and the fresh garlic that's on the bottom, and then once they come over or they've heard it from a friend, they're open to try it. So, and it's a different one a lot of times too. Since it's so different, people just try it because it is different.
Yeah, and I think, did you have a couple bottles you can hold up to the camera and let us see that cool stuff in the bottom and stuff?
So this is my jalapeno, and this is my original. This is the one I grew up on. So you can see the peppers and the garlic. You can use this. Now, do not add vinegar to it after you use all the liquid.
Okay.
And then
That's
I also have a habanero as where, that we do. And I do put a Thai chili in all of them. It's a whole chili. So, and then we have 3 different kinds of heats. So, we can do that, stuff like that. So
awesome.
And it has a little story, that about the products and all the nutritional values and all that good stuff on the bottle. So
Perfect.
there's a lot of print just because, we're FDA approved.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Kimo, I appreciate you coming on the podcast with us here today, and really love the fact that you're here, you're local, and you're driving this forward. Yes. How can people get in touch with you and support your business, and where can they find you online?
Well, they can find me at www.kimosonogrindz.com. If you follow our Facebook page, we actually do a giveaway every month. We give away 3 bottles. We don't charge anybody. This month, we actually are giving a special gift from home. It's from Lynn's Crack Seed. They are a local snack shop in Hawaii. We're doing a pineapple coconut balls, and we also have some other things so that we could do that. We're on Twitter, Instagram. We're pretty much on all social media. My wife does all of that. Like I said, she's awesome on all that, and she takes care of our website.
And I just want to make sure we get it right, because I love the way you say the name, but how do we spell it? Spell it for us one more time.
KIMOSONOGRIND, Z as in zebra.
Very cool. Thanks. Yeah, that is awesome, Kimo. Thanks again for being on the show, and we really appreciate you tuning in to the Plant-Based on Fire podcast.
And that's a wrap for this episode of Plant-Based on Fire. We hope you enjoyed learning about the innovative plant-based businesses we featured today and got inspired to support them on their journey. Remember, plant-based eating isn't just a trend. It's a way of life that benefits your health, the environment, and animals. By choosing plant-based foods, you're making a positive impact on the world and helping to create a better and more compassionate future. If you want to join the Real Men Eat Plants community and get even more resources to help you go and stay plant-based, check out our blog, podcasts, and 30-day challenge at realmeneatplants.com. Thank you for tuning in to Plant-Based on Fire, brought to you by Real Men Eat Plants. Head over to Apple Podcast and give us a review, and let us know what you think of this episode. Don't forget to tag us at Plant-Based on Fire when you share this episode in your preferred social media. Wish to be a guest? We need to know about your plant-based business. Email us at pbof@realmeneatplants.com. We love hearing from our listeners. Thank you to our guests and to you, our listeners, for your support, and see you next time.